I had some students notify me and say that they had some issues with some multiplication problems. So the first thing I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to do regular plain old multiplication, and then after that I'm going to do multiplication with decimals. Okay, so I put some problems up here on the board, and I'm going to erase it and do some more, of course. So the first one is 46 times 8. So how we're going to do this is 8 times 6 is 48. We're going to put the 8 down here. We're going to carry the 4 and put it up here. 8 times 4 is 32. Then 32 plus 4 is 36. So there's our answer to that. Next one, 4 times 2 is 8. And then 4 times 0. Sometimes students have problems with zeros when it comes into multiplication too. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, if you want to put commas in there, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine also. If you do, and you don't know how, just start from the back, and for every 3 numbers, go to the left and then put a comma. So this one will be 24,408. Okay, now we get into a little bit more problem when we have 2 numbers or more, okay? So first off, we're going to do this first number. 8 times 7 is 56. Now here's that 0. Here's the problem. We're going to go 8 times 0 is 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay, now 8 times 6 is 48. Now since I'm going over to the second number, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put 1 0 right here, and then we can start. So 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 0 is 0. And then 1 times 6 is 6. We're just going to add all of this together. And our answer is 10,926. All right, next, 789 times 65. So we'll start out with the 5. 5 times 9 is 45. So I'm going to put the 5 right here and carry the 4. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 4 is 44. So put one of the 4s down here, carry the other 4. And then 5 times 7 is 35. Plus 4 makes 39. Now, I am going to go over to the second number. Now, sometimes students also could X out the numbers that they do. That might be helpful if that's something that you might want to do as well. Now, since I'm going over to the second number, I do need to make sure I put a 0 here. Then we can start all the way over. And we can go 6 times 9 is 54. Carry that 5. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 plus 5 is 53. So carry your 5. 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 5. And that's 47. Add it all together. And remember, start from the back for the comma, every 3 numbers, so your answer is 51,285. All right, so I'm going to put some extra zeros up here. Let's work with some zeros in multiplication. All right, so how about 909 times 12? All right, 2 times 9 is 18. So put the 8 there. Let's carry the 1. Now, you're going to go 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 2 times 9 is 18. All right, so we're going to go over to the second number. How many zeros are we going to put down here? Just one. And then 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. And you add it all together. 10,908. Okay, let's go for 3 numbers now. Okay, how about 806 times 307? A little bit longer. Okay, 7 times 6 is 42. Carry that 4. 7 times 0 is 0. Plus 4 is 4. 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, we're going to the second number. We're going to put 1 0 down here, and then we're going to start. 0 times 6, 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 8, 0. All right. So if I went over to the second number and I put 1 0 down here, I'm going to go over to the third number. How many zeros am I going to put? I'm going to put 2 down here, and then I can start. Okay, 3 times 6 is 18. You're going to carry that 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 3 times 8 is 24. One thing you really need to be careful of is keeping your line straight. Okay, that is a biggie when you're doing multiplication, especially when you do 4 numbers times 4 numbers. It gets really difficult and you have to keep track of it. But I have seen some students in the past where they went like this and they zigzagged them. The problem is that when you add those together, you're not going to get the right answers. Okay, so let's add it all together. And start at the back. Every 3 numbers, put a comma. So our answer is 247,442. Okay, let's do one more with 3 numbers down at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and put 4 numbers at the top. And we're going to go ahead and put 3 numbers at the bottom. Okay, 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 7 is 42. So carry that 4. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 4. And then 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, going to the second number, I'm going to put 1 0 and then start. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. Carry that 1. 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 2 times 5 is 10. All right, last one. 3 numbers over, so I'm going to put 2 zeros down here, and then I'll start. 3 times 0, 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. And then 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. And our answer is, let's put these commas in there. Start at the back, every 3 to the left. There's a comma. And then over 3 more, there's a comma. So what is that number? That's going to be 1,652,820. Okay. We're going to go for 4 numbers now. some different numbers in there. Okay, you ready for this one? 8 times 3, 24. So carry that 2. 8 times 9, 72. Plus 2 is 74. 8 times 0 is 0. Plus 7 is going to be 7. 8 times 8 is 64. All right. Going for that second number down here, we're going to put 1 0. Now, this is going to be 0 times all these numbers. 0 times 3, 0. 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 0, and 0 times 8. Third number, we are going to put 2 zeros and then start. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 9, that might be a little bit harder. That should be 63. 63 plus 2 is 65. Now, 7 times 0 is 0. Plus 6 is 6. And then 7 times 8 is 56. We're going to be getting a little close here. All right, last number. I'm going on to the fourth number, so how many zeros do you think I'm going to place down here? Well, I'm going to be placing 3 zeros. Okay, 6 times 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 6 times 9 is 54. 54 plus 1 is 55. Carry that 5. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 0 is 0. Plus 5 is 5. Ooh, and 6 times 8 is 48. So I'm going to have a little bit of an issue. I'm going to have to write that 4 over there. Okay, once I add all these together, okay, we have 9 plus 8, which is 17. And that makes 18. That makes 12. That makes 13. Plus 1 is 14. Carry 1. That'll be a 5. Woo! That's a lot of numbers. Don't forget, it's not a bad idea to check this with your calculator afterwards. Just make sure that you are doing it on your own to make sure that it's, that you can do it, okay? But always check it with the calculator afterwards. That's fine. If you don't get the right answer with your calculator, then I want you to try doing it again on paper, okay? Now, we're going to start at the back. Go to the left 3 numbers, put a comma. 3 numbers, put a comma. So this number right here is 54,287,844. I realize that when you have 4 numbers times 4 numbers, it's very difficult, okay? So if you need me to do some more problems like that, let me know, and I will do additional problems. Okay, now I'm going to flip to the next board, and we are now going to look at multiplication with division. I'm sorry, multiplication with decimals, okay? Multiplication with decimals, it's not bad at all. The very first thing that you're going to do is, well, you're going to multiply. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to deal with the decimals after that. So not too bad. It's just a few steps that are different from what we just did. Okay, so let's say, for instance, I have 2.019 times 1.3. All right, so we're going to multiply first. 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. 3 times 0 is 0. And 3 times 2 is 6. Now I'm going to go over to the second number, so I'm going to put just 1 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 2 is 2. Add it all together. And that's what I got so far. So what you're going to do is when you have multiplication with decimals, you need to move your decimals, both of them, you need to move them over to the right. And you're going to count all together how many times you moved it over to the right. So this one, 1, 2, 3, and then I got to move this one more time, so that makes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I'm going to come down here at the bottom. I'm going to start at the very back, and I'm going to move however many spots up here that I moved all together, and I'm going to move it to the left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my answer to this problem is 2.6247. Okay? All right, let's do some more here. Now, you could have a problem that has something like this. Well, first off, we always start with multiplying, okay? 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Now, where is the decimal for this 2? That's the question I'm always going to ask you. If you're dealing with decimals and you have a whole number and you don't see the decimal, where is that decimal? Well, it's at the end. Always tell me your answer is, oh, it's at the end or it's behind that number, okay? So this one has already been moved. It's already over to the right, so we don't have to move this. This one, though, has to go over to the right just one time, okay? So we're going to come down here at the end, and we're going to move this decimal to the left only one time. So my answer is 13.2. Okay, let's do a little bit harder one. How about 0.54, and we're going to take that times 12. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. I could either just go ahead and bring this 1 down, or I could just say 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Okay, going over to the second number, I'm going to put 1 0. Then I'm going to go back to it. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. And then I don't have to finish the rest, okay? Add it all together. All right, now where's the decimal for that 12? Well, this is a whole number 12, so it is at the end. So that decimal's already over to the right. I don't need to worry about it. This decimal has to be moved how many times to get over to the right? 1, 2. Come down here to the end, go to the left 2 times. 1, 2, and your answer is 6.48. Okay, how about this? What if we have 0.002 times 0.32? All righty. Well, let's start it out. 2 times 2 is 4. Now, I don't need to waste time doing the rest of these unless you want to. I could just stop right there, but you know what? I might as well. 2 times 0, 2 times 0, 2 times 0. It's just kind of wasting some extra time. Okay? We're going over to the second number, so I'm going to put 1 0 down here. 3 times 2 is 6. And again, I really don't need to go through here, but I will for the sake of this. And I'm going to add everything up. Now, let's see. How many spots all together do I need to move these these decimals? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go back here to the very end, and I'm going to go to the left 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so our actual answer is 0.00064. Now, if you've been in my class before, you know that I've said that if you have nothing in that one spot, okay, that you could have a 0 there. That is what you're allowed. Now, anything before that, no. It's just an unnecessary 0. But if you have nothing here in the one spot, go ahead and put a 0. So your answer will be 0.00064. Okay? How about this? All right. A little bit longer problem. We're just going to go 2 times 7, and that's 14. Okay? Now, the reason why I made so many zeros up there, and I made a very long decimal, is because I want to show you what you're going to do with the decimal when you basically come across a short little problem like this, okay? So we're going to move all these decimals over to the right all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to start at the back, and I need to move my decimal to the left 8 times. Well, 1, 2, what am I going to do? What do you think? I'm going to have to add some zeros. I'm going to go ahead and add a few right now. Okay, I've already went over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, I made a lot of zeros, but you get the point, okay? That one spot doesn't have anything in there. I could go ahead and just plop a 0, okay? I'm going to make another problem just like that, but just not as long, okay? How about 0.03 times 0.3? Okay, do your multiplication first. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, I do not have to do this. I've had a couple students in the past, go ahead and do this and bring the zeros down here. That's just a waste of time. Don't worry about that. Just stop right there, okay? Now, how many places do I need to move my decimals all together to get them over here to the right? 1, 2, and 3. Come back at the end. There's 1. What am I going to do? Go ahead and add a couple zeros. 2 and 3. And there's nothing in that one spot, so let's go ahead and add a 0. So 0.009 is your answer. Okay? All right, let's look at a couple more problems. How about we do this kind of problem right here? And I'm going to put the decimal right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you the original way of doing this, and then I'm going to show you a fast way. And what you can do is you can do it how you prefer to do it, okay? Okay, so 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 6, 0. We're going over to the second number, so we need to put how many zeros down here? We're going to start out with just putting 1 0. Now start your process. 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 6, 0. Going over to the third number, we're going to put how many zeros for that third number? Well, it's going to be 2 numbers now, or 2 zeros now. Okay, now we can start. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry that 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. 2 times 6 is 12. Go ahead and add all that up together. Alrighty. So let me ask you a question. Where is that decimal for this 200? It is a whole number. It's 200, so if you don't see the decimal, it's always at the end. So let's go ahead and place that decimal. Now it's already over to the right. How many places are we going to have to move this decimal to get to the right? Just one time. Let's go back here. At the very end, we're going to move this decimal one time. And there it is. Now, is this problem finished? If you know me, and you've done it before, you're going to say, no, Miss Paula, it's not done. What's happened here? Well, we have an unnecessary zero that's hanging on and we don't need it. So, if you was to erase this, we don't even need the decimal hanging on either. So what's your answer? Well, your answer would be 12,380. Okay? All right, one more, if you're hanging in there. Okay, how about we do 18,475 times 409. Okay. Well, 9 times 5 is 45. Carry your 4. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 plus 4 is 67. Carry that 6. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 6 is 42. Carry that 4. 9 times 8, 72. Now 72 plus 4 is 76. Carry that 7. 9 times 1, 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these little numbers up here. We are now I'm going to just X that out since we've done it already. I'm going to go over to the second number. How many zeros am I going to bring down here to start before? It's going to be 1 0. Now we can start. 0 times 5, 0. 0 times 7, 0. 0 times 4, 0. 0 times 8, 0. 0 times 1 is 0. Got rid of that one. The last number, it's the third number over. How many zeros am I going to put? I'm going to put 2. All right. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry that 2. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 3, 19. Carry that 1. We're almost there. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 plus 1 is 33. Carry that 3. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. We're almost done. Add it all together. All righty. Okay, and that is one actually that I did not put a decimal in there. Okay, that's just a regular multiplication. Okay, so I'm going to show you where the commas go. Start at the back, every 3 numbers. There's 1. There's 1. What's that number say? 7,556,275. So the next video that I'm going to make, probably tomorrow, is going to be about division with remainders. Okay? Division when you have to also have where you add on, you may have to add some zeros onto the problem. And then finally, I'm going to do division with decimals. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.